I'm Idiotech, and this is a public service announcement regarding Street Fighter V on PC. This game is not fit for purchase. Do not spend your money on this game, and if you have bought the game and you're not happy with the product you have received, make sure not to exceed the 2-hour refund window and get a refund on Steam. Why is this game so bad? Let's get into it. The servers don't work, or at least they're very, very unreliable. Yesterday they went down for about 6 to 7 hours. When they finally came back up, I couldn't find a matchmaking game. The matchmaking still is not fixed as of this morning, so it's been about 24 hours and the server issues have not been resolved. So the servers don't work, and as such the online component of the game is very spotty. What else is wrong with the game? Keyboard support on PC is non-existent. If you want to rebind your controls to something more logical, you can't do that. So if you own only a keyboard, don't buy this game. If you want to play this game with a fight stick, many fight sticks are currently not supported, which is quite astounding considering Street Fighter's pedigree and its history, but it's not supported. So be wary, make sure to do some research before you buy the game regarding your specific controller. The single-player content in this game is practically non-existent. We have no arcade mode. Arcade mode has been in every version of Street Fighter that's ever existed, and it's no longer in Street Fighter V, and I have no idea if it's coming at any point in the future. We have no story mode to replace it. That's coming in June. What we have are these very short prologue missions that last from between 2 to 4 fights. They're not round-based, they're very easy, there's no AI difficulty options available there, and you can beat all of that content within an hour. So that's really not worth writing home about. As I said, we're getting a full story mode in June. You may think, well, why didn't they wait till June to release the game? Apparently, it's because they wanted to get the game out to the hardcore fighting game community so that they could participate in tournaments. So what about the rest of us? You know, like the 99% of people who are not interested in being a competitive fighting game guy. So, we have no story mode, we have no arcade mode, we have a challenge mode in the options menu that's not currently available, that's coming out in March. We have no AI versus mode. We have a versus mode, like the previous games, but we can only play against people in local co-op. No AI available here. If you want to play Street Fighter against the AI in its traditional 3-round format, you actually cannot do that in any way in this game. It's remarkably bad. There is no store, and you may be thinking, well, why are you complaining about there being no store? Well, this game is a $60 game with microtransactions. You can earn a currency in this game that allows you to buy cosmetic items and characters in the store, but the store isn't available, so the currency is useless. Let's get onto the business model. As I said, $60 AAA game with microtransactions. The game currently has 16 characters available, which if you know anything about Street Fighter is quite a small number. We're waiting for more characters to be released. They're going to be available at $6 each. Alternatively, you can buy them with the in-game currency. $60 games with microtransactions. Yay, gaming in 2016. Isn't it amazing? The tutorial here is terrible. Absolutely terrible. If you're a casual fighting game fan and you want to learn a bit more about the in-depth mechanics of Street Fighter, guess where you're going? Forums, YouTube videos, just like the previous game. Seriously, what is wrong with fighting game developers? Can you not create a tutorial system that teaches people the in-depth mechanics available in these games? They are impenetrable for new players. The only game I know of that actually has a decent tutorial system is Skullgirls. So basically, you go buy a copy of Skullgirls, you go buy a copy of Street Fighter, you go read a bunch of forums, and then you can finally play competitively online after a shitload of practice. Who is this game for? No wonder Capcom is bleeding money at this point. Final complaints, user interface is very Japanese and as such not particularly intuitive. There's a very limited options menu both in terms of keyboard rebinding and graphics options. It's not a good port. People are complaining about performance on very high-end machines. I've not had that issue myself, but a lot of people are reporting it, so where there's smoke, there's fire. And finally, it's an unfinished product being sold at full price. If you want to release this game in early access, fine. Go ahead. Release it at a reduced price with only the multiplayer components so that the online, like fanatics, the hardcore gaming fans can get into this stuff and maybe go and play at EVO and play the tournaments and stuff like that. But don't release it as a $60 AAA product to the general public in a state like this. As such, I strongly urge you not to pick up this game, and even when they do add all the single-player content months down the road, fuck them. Don't support them with your money. Companies like this need to learn the hard way that this is not an acceptable way to do business in 2016. If you found this video helpful or useful in some way, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you want to support my channel, please like, favorite, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.